Hey, it's your boy DJ Wolf here again. You know, Ben Carson's manager just pissed me the fuck off again. Now, I ain't gonna really get into all that what he said. Alright, I just heard him on the radio a second ago because he had him on his radio show last night. But anyway, I want to further talk about this. Ben Carson is a total fucking coon. And yes, I called him that. You have to be a coon if you really believe, and you actually said this, that there were immigrants who sailed on slave ships. Immigrants. Now, and the HUD, somebody from the HUD, I guess spokesman for HUD, tried to defend it. You're not going to defend this shit. There's no way in hell you want to honestly sit there and tell me, based on what Ben Carson said, that he was not referring to slaves as immigrants. Yes, the fuck he was. You know? Now, is he high or is he just stupid? I think he's a little of both. I think he's high because apparently you being black and you're older than me, I know you know enough about your black history to know that black people, that were African people that were on slave ships were not fucking immigrants. And you're stupid because you just say any fucking thing to appease Massa Trump. You know, you have to be the most dumbest, ignorance. And I know he's not an ignorant guy. That's the bad part about it. The most insane, ignorant talking, intelligent Negro I've ever heard in my damn life. You're an idiot. I mean, but to me, it's hurtful to me that a brother of your caliber would even say something derogatory and downright racist at that. At all. You know? I'm offended by it. I'm very extremely offended by it. You know, whatever support you had before from me, you will never get again. I can tell you that right now. You know, and you won't get it again from a lot of other people if they have any common sense. Ben Carson clearly caters to the white audience. He clearly does. Why else would you say something retarded like that if you didn't? You know, he's a bird brain. I'm gonna tell you, you have to be a bird brain to even make a statement like that. You know, that's a slap on the face to every ancestral African who ever had to sail a ship against their own free will. Okay, to say that it's just really a slap in the face on the history of African Americans who had to endure that stuff during slave trade. You know, to say that is, to me, as far as I'm concerned, it's a crime against your own race. To completely ignore one of the worst atrocities to ever happen to our people. Ever. You know, to sit there and say that, oh, we were immigrants like everybody else. No. We were treated shitty, unlike everybody else. And for you to sit there and say that, it just makes my fucking blood boil. You know? He has no conscience at all. Obviously, you don't have no conscience about your own people. That's what really... Oh, my God. You know, what Ben Carson needs to do, he needs to go to East Cleveland, Ohio. Okay? I consider that my hometown because I live there nearby, or I live really right up the street from East Cleveland. East Cleveland was stone throws from my house, literally. I walk 500 feet up to the end of my street, I'm in East Cleveland. Okay? It was really like East Cleveland really was my home. I can't really say second home because of my home. I was there I hung out there all the time. You know, I stayed over there many summers with my cousins. Okay? But him to sit there and say that shit, the reason why I say this is because someone posted, I can't say a video, I guess it was a picture, like a panorama video of a street over in East Cleveland where people were dumping their garbage and trash around these abandoned houses. And I ain't gonna lie, it made me almost want to cry, man. I loved East Cleveland, man, growing up when I was a kid. I almost wanted to move. I loved it so much I wanted to move over there one time. You know, Ben Carson needs to go over there. He needs to really get his black ass over there and really atone for all the fucked up shit he said against black people. He sat there and said, 2013, quoted, Obamacare was the worst thing since slavery. You compare Obamacare to slavery. Really? You're nothing but a fucking slime ass Coon. You know? And I have no problem saying in his face, you're a slime ass fucking Coon. To sit there and do that. And I sat right there and watched that video, that picture. It was heartbreaking. You know? I'll probably be trapped. More likely, I'll be traveling up there next month. It's going to break my heart. Because I got to go right back and visit East Cleveland. I got family over there now. Back over there. You know? And it's heartbreaking for me. Ben Carson, I don't know. For lack of a better word, Ben Carson literally forgot where he came from. This is supposed to be a brother who actually grew up in a poor section around Detroit. He grew up in hard times. And you gonna sit there and say that shit? Really? You're gonna fucking, you know, I'm just livid. You know, we got all these coons out here. And you know, I really don't want to talk about this one guy but I don't think he's nowhere as coonish as Ben Carson, although he can be. Tommy Sotomayor, yeah, I gotta say it. You know, but sometimes he's dead on point. You know, sometimes he's on point. You know, but I'll get to that another time. But I think there are black people who try to be there in the mind, body, and spirit. I think Tommy is more about that than anything else. There is some coonery going on with him. I had to say that. I gotta say it, it's true. But I like Tommy. I have nothing. I met Tommy 2 years ago. I had nothing personally against him. I really don't. But yeah, he could get a little coonified every now and then. But there's things that he says that's absolutely 100% true. Black women, I'm talking about from personal experience, he's right about, but I think he's talking about this generation of black women. This generation of black women, I'm going to tell you for real, they don't give two shits about their kids. Many of them don't. Many of them don't. I know that for a fact. Okay? And I'm going to tell you one of the reasons why I know for a fact why they don't, many of them don't, because I know one personally had 5 kids. All right? One year called me out to go take food over to the house. Right? She had no food. Her and the 5 children. All right? Did you ever think that she had was getting child support from her baby daddy? Or her baby daddy? No, she didn't file child support for neither one of them. Yeah. Nope. Not one dime. Didn't file any child support. You know, that's ridiculous. You gonna let your baby starve, but you expect me to come through for you, all right, for the food, and them 2 sorry ass niggas who you laid up with didn't bring 1 ounce of food over to the house. Nothing. No money, anything. And you don't demand child support from them? Now that, I will stand firm with Tommy on all day. And I ain't gonna lie. Now, if one thing about Tommy Sotomayor that I can honestly say, when he talks the truth about black women, he knows of what he speaks. He really does. And I stand firm with him on it. Because you know what? For the most part, when it comes to that, he's 100% right. He's 100% right. Not just based on what he knows, but based on what I see myself. A lot of it's true. But some of y'all don't want to fess up to it. I got into an argument with a dude. We argued for about an hour on Facebook about 2 years ago. Went in. He referred to black women, and I quote, as fertility queens. In the video that this fool posted on Facebook. And I went straight in. Do you know some of the women were defending this motherfucker? Defending his sorry ass. Defending this nigga. How you gonna defend this brother? Oh, how you gonna defend this dude for calling y'all fertility queens? He basically just low-rated y'all asses. He basically just said y'all ain't about shit. Y'all only good for popping babies. And that's what he said. But y'all got mad at me for fucking them going in on his ass. Women. I say, black women. Really? I'm defending y'all. Yeah. So when it comes to a lot of issues that Tommy said about black women, he's 100% right. And I don't care how much y'all think he cooning. When it comes to black women, he's telling the truth. And I know some of y'all like, and white women, fuck that. First of all, I have slept with some white women when I was in the military. Yeah, I did. I had my share of them. Even before that. When I ain't talking about no white women, I'm talking about how y'all is. Okay? Because y'all the ones I grew up around. Mama's daughters, cousins, aunts, grandmothers. I know how y'all do. And he's totally right. And I would like to say again, I will defend him until the cows come home about that. You know, because he's spot on. He's spot fucking on. You know? And that's why I said I do think that he comes up with some coonery on certain issues. But for the most part, he's right, and I'll stand firm with him. Yep, I sure will. I sure will. I mean, I know he's a conservative, but I'm not a conservative. But I can tell you one thing. When it comes to black women, he's telling the truth. So that's about all I got to say about that. Again, more in the comment zone for all to hear on Twitter and YouTube. Facebook, DJ Wolf Live. And, of course, DJ Wolf online at yahoo.com. All right, guys, it's DJ Wolf. That's all I got to say. I got more about this and other subjects to talk about later on.